yesterday that excuse me, that each tense has a purpose and a reason why and when do we use it. So we know that if we want to say that something is temporary, we can use the present continuous. If we want to say something that is a general truth, then we use present simple, and so on. So each and every single tense in English language has a purpose. And you using one or the other tense, you are telling the English speaker you are talking to what exactly you want to say. Are you referring to the past, to the future? Are you referring to the currently what's happening? Are you referring to your current situation or the general truth? Okay, so that's why it's very important to know the general rules. There are not many. Yesterday we only covered 3 rules per each tense. There is more rules that we're gonna cover at the later levels, more exceptions from the rule, more different types of additional rules that we add, but this is the basis that we need to learn. Okay, so we have 3 rules for the present continuous and 3 rules for the present simple. That's it. Very easy and straightforward. I have sent this to you yesterday in our WhatsApp group. Okay, so I hope you had a chance to have a look. Okay, but I want to focus a bit more and recap on this a bit more. And then I would like us to do a bit more practice activities with these 2 tenses before we move on. Okay, so Antonella, could you read please the 2 very, very basic generic rules here? When do we use continuous and simple tenses?
We use the present continuous to talk about things that are happening now. And we use the present simple to talk about things that often happen.
Very good. So these are, as we said yesterday, these are just the generic rules of when do we use the 2 tenses. Now the 3 rules I was mentioning earlier. So these are the 3 rules for the present simple. You need to memorize them. You need to memorize them. You need to learn them. You need to know when do we use the present simple. A lot of times in English language, you will see that it comes naturally. Like you naturally use present simple and not present continuous, and the other way around. But you need to know why are you using that rule. Okay, why are you using present simple and not present continuous, or the other way around? Okay, Giovanna, could you read please the rules about present simple? When do we use present simple?
Okay. Number 1, habits and routines. For example, I go to school every day. And number 2, general truths. It never snows in the desert.
Very good.
3, stative verbs. Feel, understand, know, think, want, and taste. Do you like pizza? Adverb of frequency, never, usually, always, often. And time expressions, every day, once a month, on Mondays, how often.
So yes, so these are the 3 rules. Very, very easy, very straightforward. For habits and routines, so something you do on a regular, everyday or repeating basis. Okay, so if you do like, I go to the beach every single weekend. Okay, that means that at the end of the week, I go to the beach. And that's my routine. That's my habit. That is something that I do again, and again. You don't have to do it every day. You don't have to do it twice a day for it to be your routine, correct? You can do it once a month. I go to Quito. Again, my routine that every single month I go to Quito, and so on and so on. So that's when we're going to use present simple. General truth, it never snows in desert. Again, these are generically recognized truth. The water freezes at 0 temperature. Okay, again, general truth, no one can argue. Put your glass of water in that cold and it will freeze. And with the stative verbs, feel, understand, know, think, want, taste. We also have the print screen from the book with the rules, so you have more examples of stative verbs there. But this is for you to have a look and to remember. And then the adverbs of frequency and time expressions. These are the things that help you to identify when do we have the present simple. Okay, so this is just a small list, very small list, but for you to know that with the adverbs of frequency, how often, in other words, how often do we do things, or with a certain time expressions, every day, once a month, on Mondays, and so on, we are going to be using present simple. So that's a good indication of that. Now, the difference here, as we spoke yesterday, is that for the third person, we add S. What is the third person, Javier? When do we add S in the present simple? At the end of the verb.
He, she, it.
He, she, it. Very good. So for the third person, he, she, or it, we're going to add S to the verb. He plays, I play. She sings, I sing, and so on and so on. Okay, very good. Now, let's move on to present continuous. Giancarlo, could you read please the rule here on about present continuous?
Yes, teacher. Number 1, action happened now. I'm writing an essay at the moment. Number 2, temporary action. Luis is living in Granada this month. Number 3, a definite plan for the future. We are going to England next week. Time expression, at the moment, right now, this week, this month, this year, next month, next week, next year, today, and tomorrow.
Very good. So again, three generic rules of when do we use present continuous. Action happening now meaning as we speak. I am speaking, you are listening. Some of you are reading at the same time. Some of you are eating a snack, okay, while I'm speaking. So this is what is happening right now. Temporary action. Remember yesterday we were saying that the difference between when do we use present simple and present continuous. So this is very important. The key word here, or the most important word here, is temporary. Okay, temporary means that it is not for the long duration. It is for a short period of time. Okay, that's why it's a temporary. That means that I normally don't live there, but at the moment, maybe for a month or for a week or so on, I am living in, or he is living, she is living in Quito or somewhere else. Okay, so when we want to highlight and we want to say that this is a temporary, I normally don't live in Cuenca, but at the moment I am. So then in those cases, we are going to be using present continuous. The definite plan for the future is, again, something that we're going to cover in the second part of the class today, to talk about the future forms. Okay, and we're going to look at other ways how we can talk about the future, not only with the future simple or future continuous, and then the time expressions. So how do we form it? The verb be, or the different forms of be. So I am, you are, he, she is, and the ending ing. Okay, so that's what I wanted to highlight a little bit. And now I would like us to do this exercise. So again, you have these rules here. I took a print screen for you, correct? So if you have a look at the WhatsApp group, you will see all the rules here. They are exactly the same like in the previous slide that I just showed you, but with a bit more details, with a bit more examples, and with a bit more different rules. Okay, but generally, whatever you have in the slide that I just showed you, you have it here as well. Now, let's practice a little bit and let's do one activity here. Okay, so what I would like you to do, using those rules you have that I sent you to the WhatsApp group, we need to complete the sentences with the present simple or present continuous forms in the bracket. Okay, so for example, we imagine this is an empty space, to Chinese restaurants very often, and the clue is not go. So in this case, we are going to be using we don't go. Okay, we are using the present simple. Now I would like you to do the rest from 1 to 10. So again, the missing word here has to be in the correct form as you have here in the brackets. These days, most children, too many fizzy drinks. Okay, so we need to put whether in the present simple or present continuous. And then once you do that, try to think of a rule. Why did you put that? Okay, why did you put here present simple? What does it tell? Does it tell the general truth? Does it tell your routine? Does it tell temporary thing or future plans? Okay, so when you select a specific tense, think about which rule out of those you applied. Okay, so don't rewrite the full sentences if you don't want to. Okay, I can actually send this to our group, so you will have it with you, but just write down the missing words. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I will send you that. Okay, so I will send you. Yes, Eduardo.
I recently connected. Can you send me a link to join to the WhatsApp group? Please. It's because I'm not there.
Okay, 1 second. Why are you not there?
I don't know.
Do you have my phone?
No.
Okay. Let me see how I can do that. Okay, in the chat here, I put the link. So if anyone else is not in the WhatsApp group, please join now. Okay, in the chat
Thanks.
here in Zoom, I put the link. So now, focus on I did send you 2 activities. Focus on the first activity first, the one that says A. Okay, don't look at the activity B for the time being. Let's focus on the first one. So what I would like you to do is finish those sentences, and again, think of why are we using one specific tense. So don't just guess that we use the present simple. We need to be able to say, why are we using present simple here and not present continuous, and so on. Okay, so the activity here is also on the screen, activity A. Yeah, let's start. We have 5 minutes. Again, let's try to remember that we're working on the speed. So we need to work a bit faster. So 5 minutes is enough time. Yeah. Activity A, please.
Activity A, B?
Just activity A. Focus on the activity A first, and then we're going to start activity B. Do the activity A first, and then I will give the instructions for activity B. Those who join a bit later, we're doing activity A on the screen, or it's also sent to our WhatsApp group. So we have to select present simple or present continuous from the words in a bracket, okay? So don't rewrite the sentences, just write down number one, what is the word, and then which rule did you apply? Why did you select present simple, or why did you select present continuous? Danielle, your camera must be on. Danielle Yanes, your camera must be on. Shirley Natalia, can you put your camera a bit down? Remember, I have to see your face and not just the forehead. So please put your camera a bit down. Thank you, Luis, as well.
Mister,
Yes.
es en platform Unit 1B.
No, please listen to the instructions. The exercise is on the screen now. Can you see my screen?
Okay.
And I also sent you this activity in the WhatsApp group. Okay? Please listen to the instructions. Okay, let's go ahead. Eduardo, number 1. Read the sentence, the word that you included, and then try to think or justify why did you pick one tense and not the other. Okay, so what rule did you apply?
I put in number 1. These days, most children are having too many fizzy drinks.
Okay.
Why? Because in the sentence it said these days. So nowadays, right now, most of the children around the world are having too many fizzy drinks. So that's
So is it a general rule, kind of?
It's happening. Yes, because it's happening now.
No, is it the general rule? Like, would you agree that most of the children around the world have too many drinks? Is it a general rule like that?
Okay. Probably.
Then we would not be using the continuous.
Okay.
Correct? If you think something is a general truth, okay, something that most of us would believe to be true, then in those cases, we are going to be using present simple, not present continuous.
Okay.
So these days, and again, look at the time expressions. Time expressions we use for both, but the time expressions are a bit different. So let me go back here. For example, again, if you look at the time expressions here, every day, once a month, on Mondays, how often? Time expressions for the present continuous would be at the moment, right now, this week, this month, today, tomorrow. So both of these tenses do use time expressions, but they are different. One uses right now or at the moment of speaking. Another one uses a generic time expressions, every day, once a month, on Mondays, and so on. Yeah, so try again.
Okay. Let me think. These days, most children's have too many drinks. Yes.
Yeah. These days,
Okay.
most children have too many fizzy drinks. Yes, Fernanda.
Yeah, I just wanna participate in the second.
You want to say second?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you taking any vitamins at the moment?
Okay, so why are you using present continuous here?
It's present continuous because in the rules say if something happened in the moment, and so the sentence say at the moment. So,
Absolutely, absolutely. We're not talking about your general routine, because you can say a general routine, okay? If there was no indication at the moment, we could also use the present simple, correct? Do you take any vitamins? That's it. Like generally, yes, every single day I take vitamins. So the same we could ask. But once we see the time expression at the moment, then okay, that indicates to us and tells us that we are talking at the moment of speaking. And in those cases, absolutely correct that we are going to be using present continuous. Jose, next.
Yeah. Number 3, right?
Yes.
Don't eat that spinach if you don't like it.
Very good. If you don't like it, so here we are using, again, we're using the present simple. Why?
Excuse me?
Why are you using present simple? Why we cannot say if you
Because it's an action that is happening in the present. That is not is happening now.
Yes, you can also say that it's some sort of habit, or for that reason we would be using it. Okay, good. Number 4, who would like to do that? Yes, Ingeborg.
And number 4, does your boyfriend know how to cook fish?
Very good. Does your
And
boyfriend know how to
pregnancy.
cook fish? Again, general truth, something general that you would think, not necessarily we're talking at the moment of speaking. In general, does he know how to cook fish or no? Good. 5. Luis.
We don't get uh, because for during the week.
Very good. Very good. So here we're talking about our routine. We don't get takeaway pizzas during the week. Very good. 6.
I can do it, teacher. Proceed.
Yeah, go ahead.
What are you making? It smells great.
What is your mother making? It smells great. Why are you using the present continuous here?
I use in present continuous because it's an action that is happening in the moment.
Absolutely. So again, it smells great. It means that we are in this moment, we can smell it, and that's why we're asking, what is she making there that smells so good? Okay, very good. Good observation. This was a bit tricky. Kate, number 7.
You look sad. What are you thinking about?
Why are you using the continuous?
Because it's an action that it's happening in that moment.
Absolutely. Again, you see someone's face, you see that he or she is sad, and that's what you're asking. Why you look sad? What are you thinking about? Like at the moment of speaking. Very good. Number 8. Who would like to do number 8? Tommy.
The diet in my country get worse.
The diet in my country
Get worse.
get worse. Okay. Does anyone, why did you pick get worse? Why did you pick present simple?
I think because it's a general truth of that country.
Is it a general truth or is it a temporary, like we're seeing the change in the trend? Is it always been like that, or is it now that we can see that it is changing?
I think it's always.
You think so? If it's always, then yeah, okay. Giancarlo, what do you think of number
I think
7?
it's a temporary, that it's getting worse.
Again, the diet in my country is getting worse. What we're trying to say by using the present continuous, that it was not like that before. We're trying to highlight the fact that now it is changing. It's a temporary thing. It used to be better, now it's worse. It's a temporary. It's not always been like that. And that is why we are using present continuous and not present simple. Okay? The diet in my country is getting worse. Hopefully, it's going to get better. The security situation in Ecuador is getting better or is getting worse. The same thing. Okay? It was not like that before. Now, for a temporary, for maybe a month, a week, or a year, or 2 years, or whatever that's going to be, it's getting a bit worse or it's getting better. So here we're trying, when we're saying this, we're trying to highlight the temporary aspect or the temporary thing of the tense. And that's why we are using present continuous. Very good. Well done, both of you guys. 9. Who would like to do 9? Valero 9 and Valeska 10. Okay, let's go, Valero.
How often do you eat seafood?
Yes. Why did you pick present simple?
Because I use how often?
Yes. We're talking about habit. Yes. So how often? We're talking about the habit, the specific routine that you have. Like my habit is that I eat seafood every 2 weeks. Okay. I go to the restaurant and I eat seafood. So this is my habit. This is what I do on a repeating basis. So very, very good. You're absolutely right. How often do you eat seafood? present simple. And Valeska, number 10.
I don't usually cook. I don't usually cook. It's present simple because it's talking about adverbs of frequency.
Absolutely. So again, which one is the adverb of frequency?
Usually.
Usually, absolutely. So again, remember when we said here that once we see the adverbs of frequency like never, usually, always, often, and so on, then that will be an indication for us that we are going to be using present simple. So very good observation here. Well done. I don't usually cook fish. Okay, very good. Now, let's focus on the next activity, activity B. Circle the correct form, present simple or continuous. Again, we have only two options. Try to think. Some are a bit tricky. So if you need to go back to the rules, the print screen that I sent you here, please go and do that. Okay. In particular, pay attention when you see the examples of non-action verbs. Okay. So remember when we spoke about non-action verbs, and what do we use with those non-action verbs? Okay. So when we see non-action verbs, you're normally going to be using present simple, not continuous. These non-action verbs are agree, be, believe, belong, depend, forget, hate, hear, know, like, love, matter, mean, need, prefer, realize, recognize, remember, seem, and suppose. And there is obviously a lot more, but with these. So what you have to do here, as it's given in the example, you have two options here. You need to circle the correct one. So I don't believe that you cooked this meal yourself. Okay. We're not saying I'm not believing that you cooked this meal by yourself. Okay. So finish from 1 to 10, please. Again, you have this activity in your WhatsApp group. Don't rewrite the sentences. Just highlight the correct answer that you believe is correct. And please think of the rule. Why are you picking one or the other answer? Okay. So again, 5 minutes for this this activity.
Teacher,
Yes.
I go to the bar.
Sorry.
Repeat.
What did you say? I didn't hear you. Sorry.
I go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
For me.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, 1 more minute. Ulissa, Otilia, Ingeborg, Maria Jose, if you can put your cameras a bit down, I would really appreciate that. Jessica, your camera seems to be off. Danielle, if you can put your camera a bit down as well, that would be appreciated. Sorry? Let me see. Let me go back because I have a smaller screen. I can see, but the camera was a bit high, I think. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, let's go. Yes, I can see you now. Very good. Okay, so number 1. Wants to give it a go. Jessica. Number 1. Jessica?
¿Se me escucha?
Yes.
Yeah. Come on, let's start. The waiter is coming.
The waiter is what?
Is coming.
The waiter is coming. Why are you using present continuous here?
Because refers to
When is the action happening?
coming.
The action is happening now. Like you're talking to your partner, say, come on, let's order. We are at the restaurant, so the action is happening right now at the moment of speaking. He's saying, come on, let's order. Look, the waiter is coming. Okay, so meaning that the action of the waiter coming is happening at the moment of speaking. And for that reason, we are using present continuous. So you're right, is coming. I just want you to all work a bit on justifying. Why did you pick is coming? Okay, so in this case, we pick it's coming because it's an action happening right now as we speak. Okay, number 2. Anyone has answer for number 2? Javier, number 2.
Number 2, Kay doesn't want. Is waiting to have dinner now. She isn't hungry.
Okay, so what did you select? Doesn't want or she isn't wanting to have dinner now?
When?
Sorry, say again.
Is waiting.
Isn't wanting.
Wanting.
Why?
Is it action now?
Is it? Does anyone did anyone pick the something different?
Is present continue?
Present continuous. Okay, why present continuous?
Because it's action.
What do you mean? What do you mean, Jose?
Teacher, excuse me or another Jose?
Sorry?
Me or another Jose?
I don't understand.
Did you say Jose?
Sorry, but I was confused. Not Jose. Javier. Javier, why did you pick isn't wanting? Remember, we said that with a certain verbs, we can use both. We can use the present simple or present continuous.
Is present continue.
So you think it's present continuous? Does anyone think it's present simple? Kate doesn't want to have dinner now. She isn't hungry. Which sounds more right for you? Isn't wanting to have dinner or doesn't want to have dinner?
Doesn't want.
It doesn't.
Exactly. Remember what we said yesterday about English language. Sometimes you might not know the rule. You might not know exactly why you're using that. Why that you're using with a specific verb, you need to be using present simple and not present continuous. Just see and feel how it sounds. Okay, and a lot of times you will see that. So in this case, you're absolutely right. With this verb, we are going to be using present simple and not present continuous. Kate doesn't want to have dinner now. She isn't hungry. Okay, so in this case, because of the verb, we are going to be using more accurately. We are going to be using present simple and not present continuous. That's a bit tricky one, because I'm sure you saw now, and then straight away you think that now at the moment of speaking, and you selected the present continuous. Always look at the sentence and see how the sentence sounds. As I said, you might not remember the certain rules. that with a certain non-action verbs, we are going to be using present simple and not present continuous. Just see how it sounds and how it feels, what feels right. So you're absolutely right. Kate doesn't want to have dinner now. That's the correct answer. Who has number 3? Yes, Ingeborg.
The head chef is ill, so he isn't working today.
Very good. Why are you using isn't working?
Action happening now. And the time expression today.
Yes, very good. I agree with time expression. Is it happening now? Like, or we can apply a slightly different rule. Is he always sick? Is the chef always sick or no? Ingeborg, what do you think?
No.
So is it his temporary action or state?
Yes, temporary action.
Very good. Yes. So he at the moment, it's a temporary thing that he is sick or he is ill. Generally, he is not. Generally, he is fine. So that's why to highlight that it's not a continuous thing, we can be using this. Also, as you very rightly identified, today is another indication of the time expression that we should be using or should be considering to use the present simple, present continuous, sorry. Okay, number 4. Otilia.
The bill seems very high to me, and because I think we receive the bill every month, so it's like an habit.
Okay, and what if we are at the restaurant now?
Like if we were on a restaurant,
Yeah.
it just seems like the Sims answer is right. I just feel it.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right. The correct answer is seems, but now we're trying to find out why. So again, just like with the previous one we had, always look for what. Yes, Jaime.
The fight.
Sorry? No. Oh, I thought you wanted, okay, I'll ask you for 5. Now we're still talking about number 4. So again, if you come back to the rules, what we are talking about states and feelings, not the actions. Okay, so we see the rule here. Verbs which describe states or feelings, not actions, like love, need, be, are non-action verbs. They are usually used in the present continuous if we mean now. Common non-action verbs are agree, be, believe, belong, depend, forget, hate, fear, blah, 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 seem, matter, mean, and then seem. Okay? So in this case, what we're trying to say with this rule, that a lot of these non-action verbs, even if we can see that the action is happening now, we are still going to be using present simple and not present continuous. Okay, so the same rule we had with the number 2, the same rule here. Non-action verbs, we are going to be using present simple and not present continuous. Very good. Okay, let's go. Number 5. Jaime.
We have had women, so we aren't speaking to each other at the moment.
Very good. So one more time, why are you using this aren't speaking?
Because it is happening now, because it's at the moment.
Very good, very good. Abigail, did you raise your hand? Number 6?
My mom, yes. My mom think my diet is awful these days.
Very good. My mom thinks
Thanks.
the diet is awful these days. Okay, good. Number 7. Who wants to do number 7? Antonella.
For number 7, I have, do we need to go shopping today?
Do we need to go shopping today? Very good. Number 8. Who would like to do number 8?
Can I get you back? I am having lunch right now.
Very good. I am having lunch right now at the moment of speaking. Excellent. Number 9.
I am loving it
Full
because
sentence,
you
full sentence.
know
Full sentence.
I didn't used to like oily fish. I am loving it
Why? Why I'm loving?
because you know. No.
Because there is a word now. Okay.
Yes.
Can you read here?
Okay.
Camila, can you read here? Which says verbs which describe
Verbs which describe states or feelings, not actions. Love, need, be are non-action verbs. They are not usually used in the present continuous, even if we mean no.
Do you understand this rule?
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Sorry.
one more time. This guys, this is more of an exception from the rule that these are non-action verbs, like something that is not happening. Love is the state or the feeling, correct? Need is also a state or a feeling. Be, depend, forget, hate. These are all states or my feelings. These are not action verbs like run, cook, eat, listen, and so on. All of these like cook, eat, run, and so on, these are action, like the action is happening. Love is not, I mean, from the grammatical point of view, love is not the action, okay? Love is the state. I love you, okay? That's my state, that's my feelings. So all of these non-action verbs, even if we're saying now, we are not gonna be using, generally speaking, we are not gonna be using present continuous. So don't get distracted by word now and thinking that it's action happening now and you have to do it present continuous. In this case, we are going to be using present simple. So when you see believe, belong, these are all examples here. Love, need, believe, depend, forget, hate, hear, know, like, love, matter, mean, need, prefer, realize, recognize, remember, seem, suppose. And this is not the final list. There is more. But these are non-action verbs. And with these non-action verbs, we are not going to be using present continuous. We are going to be using present simple. Okay, so let's try again, Camila. Read the sentence again and your answer.
Okay. I didn't used to like oily fish, but now I love.
Now I love it. Very good. And again, why do we use love? Why do we use present simple? For that very same reason, that it describes the feeling. Okay, so even if we can see now that at the moment of speaking, we're still, because it's a feeling, it describes our feeling towards something, we are going to be using simple and not continuous. Very good, well done. So as I said, this second exercise is a bit tricky because you have more exceptions from the rule, not just your generic rule, but more exceptions. But hopefully we can get and remember that. And number 10, please. Who wants to? Yes, Fernando.
are you cooking? It smells delicious.
What are you cooking?
Because said smell is something happening in the moment. So that's why.
Yes, absolutely. What are you cooking? It smells delicious. So something that is happening right now. Maybe I walked in the kitchen and I could smell something very delicious. So that's why I'm asking, what are you cooking? It smells delicious. Well done. So coming back again, you have these rules. I did send them to the group. So please make sure you pay some time to review. The first slide that I sent you, this one, the yellow one, is the generic rules. Okay, so they are easy to memorize. But also please go through these rules here. These are from the book. They are a bit more, there is more exceptions from the rule. There is more some additional things that you don't have in that first slide. So it's always good. In particular, pay attention to this part where it says state feelings and the non-action verbs. So for all of the non-action verbs, the general rule, and again, as we learn, as we progress, we're going to see a bit more. When do we actually can use present continuous when we're talking about non-action verbs? But the general rule is that for non-action verbs, that the action is not really happening, we are going to be using present simple, okay, and not continuous. Very good. Well done. Now, I would like you to go and log into your Moodle, please. And we have one last, almost last activity pending in our workbook. So go to Moodle, Unit 1A, workbook, and that's when we're going to do activity 4A and 4B. Okay, so workbook, unit 1A, activity 4A and 4B. Now, someone mentioned to me yesterday that you, by accident, opened it. Who was that? Is the person here? Okay. If no one did that, then there is no problem. So, log into the workbook, activity 4A and 4B. Read the article and put the headings in the correct order. So again, this is organizing the heading of each paragraph. Super easy, straightforward task. And the second, read the article again and mark the sentences that are true or false. Okay, very easy activities. I give 10 minutes each, but we are going to be moving a bit faster. So try to do it as fast as you can. Again, activities 4A and 4B from your Moodle workbook. Okay, you can start the activities now.
Mister,
Yes.
yesterday I write to you tag opening activity 4B, 4B by mistake.
Yes. Okay, Kathy, that was you. I remember someone told me this yesterday. Okay, I'll unlock it for you. 4B only.
Yes.
Okay, give me a second. Start working on 4A.
Already.
Mister,
Yes.
please, me too, in the exercise for B.
Sorry, say again. Who was that? Sorry, I was on another screen. Who said that for 4B again?
Ingeroa.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Okay, Kathy and Ingeborg, can you confirm that you can access 4B, please?
Yes, thank you.
Can you?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, Mr. Thank you.
Okay, good. You're welcome.
Excuse me, mister. I have to leave now because I have an exam zone. Later, I will send you email to justify my
Yes, please.
absence.
Yeah. And send some supporting documents, so your schedule or a note from the teacher or something, okay?
Okay, mister.
And
Thank you.
please do copy Mr. Arturo and Mr. Victor.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
I got the same
Before-
situation with Luis
Guys,
Piloso.
before you go, Luis and Jose, I sent you topics. So if you go to our chat, you will see that there are 6 topics. Okay. For next week, I will put the instructions there as well. But for next week, I need you to record a video and send it to my WhatsApp. So 1 to 2 minutes, select any topic that you like out of those 7 that they are sent, and you need to record a video, you talking about that specific topic. Okay?
Okay, got it.
Good. Good luck with your exams. Okay, did everyone finish? Silence means not yet. Okay, have a couple of students left. Let's wait a minute. Okay, 1 minute, guys, and then we move on. Jessica, Fernanda, your cameras are off. Sorry, Shirley Natalia Arriaga. That's not that's your partner? What's your name? Sorry. It says Shirley Natalia. What's your name?
Me,
Yes.
my name is
Could you please change that? Because on your name it says Shirley Natalia Arriaga Vasquez. Could you please change the name? Because for the
lo que pasa es que se la presté a mi hermana y todavía no sé cómo cambiar el nombre, pero ya le voy a cambiar el nombre aquí.
if you click on the 3 dots next to your name and it says rename. Look, if you click on the 3 dots here, can you see my screen? Click on the 3 dots next to your name, and then you will see the options there. And one of the options will be rename. And then you can change the name.
Ya está.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, so everyone finished, or majority finished. As I said, we need to start working on speed a little bit. So those there are a couple of students who are still working. So please finish as soon as possible. Now, to your WhatsApp group, as well as on the screen here, we're going to do the activity number 7. Okay, so Kathy, could you read the activity, please? What do you think? And then the questions.
What do you think? One, men are better cooks than women.
Men are
Number
better
two,
cooks than women. What does it mean?
men are better cooks than women.
Yes, that men cook better than women. Okay, so do you agree? Do you disagree? Why not? Yeah, number two. You clearly
Number
disagree with
two,
that.
both boys and girls should learn to cook at school.
Okay, both boys and girls should learn to cook at school. Do you think they should or they shouldn't? Okay, next, number three.
Number three, Czech restaurants usually serve bad food.
Okay, very good. Cheap restaurants usually serve bad food. So again, what do you think? Do you agree that bad restaurants or no? Leslie, can you continue with number four?
On a night out with friends, where and what you eat isn't important.
Again, do you agree on that or not? And give the reasons why. So what does it mean night out, Leslie? On a night out with friends, what does it mean? Anyone knows? Anyone can guess? What does it mean on a night out?
Salida.
Yes, yes. When you go out with your friends, it could be a restaurant, could be a disco, could be a bar, or whatever activities you want. These are called night out. Like I go out of my house to spend some time with my friends. So the question is, on a night out with friends, where and what you eat isn't important. Okay, so what do you think? Is it important or not? Because maybe you are together, so you can talk and so on. Yeah, continue, Leslie. Number five.
Not all fast food is unhealthy.
And the last one?
Every country thinks that their cuisine is the best in the world.
Okay, again, do you agree? What do you think? Do you think that's true or do you think that's false? So what I want you to do for this particular activity, I want you to look at these 7 questions. Think about the arguments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What is your opinion about each and every single one of these points? Okay, so let's say men are better cooks than women. Do you agree or no? Give the reasons why not. Okay, because more women are cooking, because they are taught by their mothers, and so on and so on. Okay, so you need to think about the specific arguments for each of these answers. Okay, and then I'm going to go into split you into the breakout rooms. This time we're going to have 3 to 4 students, and then you're going to discuss that. Okay, so you're going to share your ideas, you're going to share your opinions. So these questions are already sent to you to the WhatsApp group, so you can access it there. So now I'm giving you 2 minutes to think of your ideas. You can make some notes if you want to, okay? And then we're gonna move on to to divide you into the groups, okay? So 2 minutes, think about the answers, and then we'll go into the groups. Melissa and Julissa, your cameras are off. Just switch them on, please. Thank you, Julissa. Melissa, your camera is off. Thank you. Okay, so 1 more minute. Think about what arguments you're going to use here. Okay, now you can go to your groups, and remember, discuss these questions only in English. Make sure that everyone in the group has a chance to speak about each and every single topic. Okay, those topics are in your WhatsApp, so you can access them there. So share some ideas with your partners. Yeah, guys, join the group, please. Join the group you are assigned to. Enrique, Jack. Jack, can you join the group? Jack, did you get the invitation? Ernest, did you get the invitation to join the breakout room?
Men are better cook than women.
I think not. They are too very good in the chicken. I think the secret is to put love into it.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I have been cooking since I was a child.
I disagree because it not depends on if you are a man or a woman. It's just like if you like to cook, maybe you will do it good.
Mm-hmm. Think like this. At each question, think a bit deeper. So think like that. Like at home, who is a better cook? Wife or a husband? Or man or a woman? But also think in majority of the restaurants, okay, bars, who are the main cooks or chefs there? Men or a woman?
Men.
Ah, okay. So think from the two angles. One is in the everyday life, where the wives obviously cook more, they teach their daughters how to cook better. But in a professional life, it might be a bit different. So think from and discuss from different angles. Okay. Yeah. Continue. Sorry to interrupt. Continue.
Because there are restaurants that are cheaper, that the food is really good. Not necessarily the most expensive or the best. In my case.
Yes, I'm agree with that. And for example, it's like, have you seen this meme that it says, you know that the hamburger, it will not be as good as it seems when you have, and there are images of a chef with a huge beard You had the gauntlets, blacks, and it's like a concept burger, and it's not as delicious as they communicate on social media. So, and in some cases, the cheaper restaurants, I think that they value more the quality of the product because they have to get higher.
Yeah.
And they put more love to the dishes they made. And that's my opinion.
Remember,
Well, I know that.
remember yesterday, guys, we were talking about the restaurants and the 4 things that are important in a restaurant: price, atmosphere, what else was there?
The food,
Service, and the actual food. Okay. So you're absolutely right, Valeska, that a lot of times in a lot of restaurants that don't pay a lot of attention or a lot of money into the atmosphere, they can put that money into the quality of food. Okay, good, continue.
Yes, and then you have to pay a percentage for the services, and you know what? Well, and number 4, on a night out with friends. Sorry, what do you think?
Alejandro.
I think that's a lie because they are good restaurants with accessible prices. So I think the cheap restaurant usually serve bad food. Doesn't seem right to me. How about you?
Pardon.
Yeah.
Not always through some comfortable place after delicious meals. It depends on the restaurants and its dedication to quality.
Yeah.
Yes, because cheap restaurants sometimes focus themselves on the quality of food and not just the look outside of the or the material thing. So to me, it's good food always in cheap restaurant.
I know a lot of restaurants when, besides that the food is cheaper than others, they have good food and a good cuisine. On a night out with friends, where and what you
Depends if it is grilled or fried. I think.
Yes, also, I think the fast food is it also depends the portion and the ingredients. But his opinion, the no sé, I think.
Careful, Abigail, that sounds a lot like Spanish, not English.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Every country thinks that their cuisine is the best in the world.
Their what, sorry? Cousin.
Cousin, yes.
Cousin is your primo.
No.
Cuisine.
Cuisine.
Cuisine. Very good. Well done. Yes, cuisine means their food. Okay, do you agree?
Yes.
Why?
For example,
No. Ecuador is a good food, but the food Chinese I don't like.
Okay, so you think Ecuadorian food is good, but is it the best in the world? Or
yes.
Yes.
You think yes? Okay. Okay, Leslie, what do you think? Is it the best food Ecuadorian in the world or no?
Yes.
Why?
The dish, culinary tradition, no sé, identity, no sé. Es como
Yes.
una
Variety. You can use the word
identity.
variety. Okay. Como variedad. Because it's very different,
With a
correct?
kind of variable.
Yeah, you have the seafood, you have in the highlands, you have more different secos like stews, you have parelladas, you have a lot of different things. So variety could be the good word to use here. Okay,
Yeah. Yes,
continue only in English, please. If you finish the questions, talk about anything you like, but only in English.
Okay.
Okay.
Supongo que sí.
Hi, Mister.
Hello.
We all are ready.
Finished?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Only-
what do we do when we finish? What was the agreement yesterday?
And with the first,
Sorry?
what? I can you repeat it?
If you finish answering the questions, remember yesterday we had the agreement. What do you do when you finish answering the questions? Do you sit in
yeah.
quiet or no?
Sorry. Yesterday I wasn't in the class.
Okay, Tommy, what did we do
I
yesterday?
was in the class.
Yesterday,
Mhm.
the I don't remember.
I will remind you. If you finish the task, if you finish the activity, continue talking about whatever topic you want, but in English. Okay? So if you finish
Yes, yes.
answering those 7 questions, perfect. Well done. You're very quick. Talk about the weather, talk about the university, talk about the sport, whatever you want, but in English, okay?
Yeah. We're talking this, but in Spanish.
No, that's the one rule I have. No Spanish, yeah? Try only in English, please.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
we'll.
Continue. Did you finish, guys?
Yes, we finished.
Okay. So if you finish, talk about something. Talk in English, yeah? Practice talking. Don't sit in peace and quiet. So tell me, men are better cooks than women? Javier, do you agree or no?
I think it's
Disagree.
discussable.
Disagree.
You disagree?
Okay.
I think it is discussable because I think men cook better the meat, but in general dishes, the woman can cook better.
Mm-hmm. Now, I was talking about this with another group. Think like this. At home, who is a better cook? Man or a woman?
Woman. Generally,
woman.
woman.
Okay.
The
But now
woman.
think about all of the restaurants. Majority of the chefs in the restaurants, in the professional restaurants, are they men or a woman?
Men.
Men. You see, so that's different. In real life, at home, women are better cooks, but in maybe not more professional life, there are more chefs. Of course, there is a lot of women who are very, very good chefs, but in general, the bigger portion would be still men. Okay, so think about that. Okay, guys, continue, and then we'll come back to the main room. Ernesto, your camera must be on. Okay, majority are here. Okay, let's wait for a couple of more students to join. Okay, good. Everyone is here. So, what I want you to do, and as we said, additionally to Alticia, additionally to the activities and quizzes we do here, we are going to be doing some more activities for each of the unit. Okay, so now as we already finished this unit 1A, talking about the different types of food, how the food can affect our mood, how we feel, how we behave, and so on. And we have one more final activity. So this activity, you need to send me by Friday next week, okay? And you need to record 1 or 2 minute video talking about any of these topics we just discussed here. So any of these topics, pick one topic from 1 to 6, and you talk for 1 or 2 minutes. You give your own opinion about that topic. No reading from the script, just talking in the camera, sharing your opinion. Okay? So for example, if you pick that men are better cooks than women, okay? Tell me your opinion. Why do you think this is true? Why do you think this is false? You can pick any topic out of those 6 that I sent you, but just talking about one topic. Okay, so select one topic and talk about that one topic in the video for 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, don't have it less than 1 minute because you're going to get lower grade, and don't talk for more than 2 minutes because again you're going to have a bad grade. So at the beginning of the recording you say, hello, good morning, my name is Leslie Lasso and I will be talking about men are better cooks than women. And then you talk for 1 minute about that topic. Okay, send me that video, send to my WhatsApp, please. The deadline for acceptance is next Friday, 11:59 in the night. Okay, so I must receive it by Friday, no later than that. If you send me on Saturday morning next week, you will get a lower grade. Okay, so you can do it today, you can do it throughout the week, but you have to send me that video recording yourself. So again, take on your cell phone, record you talking 1 minute, 1 or 2 minutes about that specific topic of your choice. Remember, pick only one topic out of these 6 that I sent you. Only one. Don't talk about more than one. One topic and continue talking for 1 minute. Okay?
One topic that of the 6 is topic or one?
Pick one, yes. Only one, whichever you want. I'm not giving you a specific topic. Any of these 6 topics, you pick one and then you talk about it for 1 or 2 minutes. Okay?
It's for the next Friday.
Yes. The next Friday is a deadline, so don't send me later than that. You can send me on Monday, you can send me today, on Tuesday, whenever you like, but not later than Friday, 11:59 in the night. So if you send me on Saturday, I will give you a lower grade.
Teacher, the video is only.
The video is only what?
The video.
Yeah.
Yes,
only the video, only the video, nothing else. Only the video. Record yourself talking about that topic.
Okay.
We have to send you on WhatsApp.
Yes.
In the group or personal conversation?
Maybe personal better.
Okay, teacher. Thanks.
Okay. So everyone is in the group. You have my number there. Just send me directly so that we can grade that activity. Okay. Do you have more questions about this activity? No? Okay, that's fine. Let's have a quick break. Let's regather 11:05. Okay, 15 minutes to get coffee, tea, or water. Okay, so see you at 11:05. Okay, welcome back. Now, so we are officially closing the first part of the course, first A, talking about the food. Next topic we will talk will be the family. Okay, so I would like you to let me share my screen with you. Have a look at this picture. Okay, can everyone see the picture? So in this part, in this topic, we
Yes.
will be talking about
teacher.
family. Okay, so who would like to describe this picture? What's happening here? Who wants to try to describe the picture? Jose. Jose, could you describe the picture on the screen?
Me. Teacher, me.
Yes.
Well, I can see that in the picture there is a great family in the forest. Maybe they are having a picnic, a familiar picnic with her grandparents, grandmothers, cousins, sons, maybe daughters. That is a fantastic picnic in the forest with her families. I can
Yes.
see that they are eating vegetables. Maybe they are having a breakfast with some juice.
Okay. What else? How would you describe their mood? How would you describe, is it a big family, small family?
It's a big family because I can see maybe eight persons, 8 people.
What
Can
else
you
can you
see
say about it?
grandparents, grandmothers, a son, maybe uncle. Yes, it's a big family, right?
Okay, good. Good. Michael, what can you add more about this picture?
Well, teacher. In
What can you say more?
photos, in the picture is the family, grandfather, grandmother, father, and son, uncle, nephew. Un very a family lunch with parent and the grandfather. Is the smile
Smiling, yes.
or the is very nice or the family.
Okay, okay, very good. Now for the second picture, there is one part of the picture here. Okay, so you can see the lady here, and the second part of the picture is here. So what do you think is happening here? Again, this and another side of the picture here, the lady here. What do you think is happening here? How would you describe this pictures? Christian. Can you describe this picture?
The father putting the bicycle in the car.
And how does he look? Does he look happy? Does he look excited, sad, upset, angry?
The father is angry.
Why?
They put the bicycle and in the trunk the new car.
Okay. Eduardo, what could you add more about this picture?
I think probably they're traveling, so that's could be the reason, because he's putting the bicycle in the car.
Yes.
But that guy that I assume it's the father looks like he's kind of stressed. Or probably the bicycle is too heavy.
Yes, have a look at the face expression of what's probably his wife here. Does she look happy?
Probably he's carrying the whole weight of the bicycle, and she's telling him that you could put the bicycle here, and that guy is, I don't know, probably.
No one knows. Eduardo, no one knows. We're just
yes.
looking.
And well, the children's over there seems like confusing.
The children seem to be confused.
Yes, but I'm sure that there's not good situation right there.
Yes, they are probably arguing about something. So the husband and wife are arguing, and that's why the kids are looking like that. Okay, good. The last picture here. Ulisa, can you describe the picture here? Your microphone.
And the grandmother is doing.
Is doing what, sorry? What is a grandmother? Yeah, continue. Describe what you can see. So what can you see? We can see two people. Okay, one person is older, another person is a child. Okay, what are they doing?
Read a book.
Reading the book. Okay, good. What else? Antonella, can you describe this picture?
Well, there is a grandma with her grandchild. I think maybe she's teaching him how to read.
Okay. Good.
Because we have a book with drawings, and maybe she's teaching him some basic words to start talking and reading.
Could be one or the other. Yes, very good. Very good guessing, good prediction. How do they feel?
I think they're happy.
Continue talking. Don't expect my questions. Just to describe whatever you can see. So say, I believe they are happy because they are hugging. You can see that the grandmother has a hand over the little boy. They both look happy. They both look focused, concentrated on the activity they are doing. Yeah. Okay, good. Well done. Well done. Absolutely. So this could be, as I said to Eduardo, we don't know what's happening here. Like what we're trying to do is to brainstorm a little bit and think about what could be happening there. Again, once we have the text to read or the listening activity, then we're going to find out exactly. But here at this stage of the class, you're just guessing. You're describing what can you see in front of you. So always when you're describing, don't just describe one word at a time. They're happy. They're eating salad. Okay? Combine the words together. So I can see a big family gathering in the forest. They're eating different types of food. They eat salad, 2 different types of salad. I can see that the man is there holding sausages or something. They're also having some drinks. All of them look very happy. This seems to be a big family, okay? Because we have a lot of different members. So this could be extended family, meaning husband and wife with their respected parents and also their kids. Or it could be, as someone said, uncles, aunts, and nieces also there, because it's a big gathering. Everyone seems to be happy. Everyone seems to be enjoying and having a good time. Yeah, that's it. That's how you can describe this picture. Then this picture here, we can also say something like the husband and wife and 2 kids. We can see in the picture. So again, this is just a much smaller family. The husband is packing the bicycle into the car, and they seem to have an argument. They might be experiencing a stressful time because maybe they are preparing for the trip or something like that. And they seem to be that they disagree with something. Maybe they're arguing as well. The kids are, they look to be interested to see why is their mother and father arguing. The first child seems a bit upset and sad that his or his parents are arguing, but that's what we can see. And then this final one we already spoke about, that we can see the little boy and his grandmother, maybe great-grandmother. She is showing him a story. Both seem to be very interested in the story. The grandmother is hugging her grandchild. Then they seem to be very focused and enjoying their free time together. Okay, so that's how you can use, again, use the vocabulary you have, but try to make longer sentences. Don't just answer in 1 or 2 words. They eat salad, or they're eating salad. They are happy. Try to extend a bit more. Okay, practice. This is all about practicing. If we don't practice here, then we don't have any space to practice more. Okay, now Joanna, could you read the activity B, please?
With a partner, explain the difference between each pair.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, a father and a parent.
Okay, so can you explain what is the difference between a father and a parent? So here we're going to look for more vocabulary to include in your dictionary. So what is the difference between a father and a parent?
A father is one person and a parent is 2 mother and father.
Yes, absolutely. So a father is normally it has to be a male. Okay, so a man is a father, and a parent we can refer to both man or a woman in the marriage and those who have kids. So a parent could be a male or it could be a female too. Okay, very good. Jessica, number 2. Jessica? Jaime, number 2.
A mother and a stepmother.
Mother and stepmother.
Jessica, you have to be a bit faster. Okay, so please, if I call your name, you need to switch on your microphone and then start talking because everyone is waiting. We have 37 students waiting. Yeah, so let's give a chance now to Jaime, please. Jaime, mother and a stepmother. What is the difference?
Mother is good.
Mother is what, sorry?
Mother is blood and stepmother sería madrastra.
Yeah, and in English? Okay, Maholi, can you give it a go? What is the difference between mother and stepmother? Eduardo.
That your mother is your biological mother. You compare the DNA and those things. And the stepmother is she's just like the wife of your biological father.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Just law relationships, bonds.
Yes, yes, very good. Yes, absolutely. So the mother is the person that gave you birth, okay? And the stepmother is the person based on the relationship with your father. Okay, very good. Brother and brother-in-law. David.
I think the brother is your biological brother, like the other son of your father and your mother, both biological, and the brother-in-law is like hermanastro. I think like the son that probably, I don't know if it counts like a brother-in-law, even in Spanish, but I don't know if it's the biological son of one of your parents with another person, or your brother-in-law, like the son that is from another person that your mother or your father are married with.
You're right about the first one. About the second one, not really. Valeska?
Okay.
Brother and brother-in-law.
Brother is my brother, and brother-in-law is it could be the husband of my sister. I don't know how to say cuñado.
Yes, yes. So the brother-in-law, again, is someone who is married to your brother or your sister. Yes, so that's their husband is your brother-in-law. How is that in Spanish? Cuñado.
Sí, cuñado.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Grandfather and great-grandfather. Camila.
Okay. The grandfather is the father of my father. And the great-grandfather, for example, is the father of my grandfather.
Absolutely. Abuelo y bisabuelo. A grandfather and great-grandfather. So a father of my grandfather, and just my father's father. Very good. Nephew and a niece. Kate.
Our the sons of my brother or sister.
Which one?
Niece is the son of my each one, but it's for women, and nephew is for men. That's
Yes.
the difference.
So nephew is a son, and a niece is a daughter of my my sibling. Okay, very good. Alejandra, next one.
A child and an only child. Child means boy or girl, and only child is who doesn't have siblings, I think.
A child and only child. So a child is could be one of a couple of children you have. An only child is when the family only has one. Okay, that's the main difference. Your immediate family and your extended family. Abigail. Abigail?
I'm sorry. Repeat me, please.
Number 7, your immediate family and your extended family.
Your immediate family is mother, father, and brothers. It's a shared family.
Yeah.
And your extended family is nephew, brothers-in-law.
Absolutely. Brothers-in-law,
Nephews.
sisters-in-law, nephews, nieces, these are your extended family. So again, when you are talking about the first picture here where they're having picnic, you can say that probably this is an extended family. Okay, because there is a lot of people there. You can see that maybe it's the brothers, sisters, nephews, nieces, and so on. Okay, so this is the vocabulary that you can use again when you're talking about the family, when you're talking about the relationship between the family members. So what is that person to you? Oh, this is my brother-in-law. This is my sister-in-law. This is my grandfather, grandmother, great-grandfather, great-grandmother, nephew, niece, father, mother, my parents, stepmother, stepfather, and so on. Okay, very good. Now, Alejandra, could you read the activity C, please?
The BBC recently did a survey of 21st century families in the UK. Read changing for the better and try to guess what the missing percentages they are. Choose from the list.
Okay, so we have the percentages: 17, 26, 60, 75, 85. So I have a copy here. Okay, let me see to make it bigger. So the percentages are, can you write them down, please? 17, 26, 60, 75, and 85. Now, let's look at what do those percentages represent. Okay, can you see my page? Okay. Enrique, can you read, please? Changing for the better.
Sure. Changing for the better. Family life is changing in the UK, but not in the way we might think. When the BBC did a survey of the family in Britain, they expected to find that family relationships were suffering because of the decline in traditional family structures. However, some of the results were quite surprising. 58% of men and 39% of women aged between 20 and 24 still live at home with their parents.
Continue.
That's a blank space right there.
Yes. So where you can see the blank spaces, you can see number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, and 5. That's where you need to put those percentages. So 17, 26, 60, 75, and 85. So read this page and try to guess what would be each percentage. So for example, number 1, whatever percentage think that it is right for parents to charge rent for children over 25 who have a job and are living at home. So what do you think? What percentage of parents think like that? Is it 17, 26, 60, 75, or 85? Okay, and then complete the rest. So again, you have number 2, something of people have a meal with their immediate family every day. Okay, so what percentage of people are that? Okay, so read this, think, and then we're going to do the listening activity to see the correct answer. So try to put the missing percentages, 17, 26, 60, 75, and 85 into these missing spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Okay, wait, where are the other percentage in the other page?
These are percentages. Just make a note of them. 17, okay. 26, 60, 75, and 85. So these percentages you need to put into the missing spaces here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, read it first, try to guess, and then we're going to do the listening activity and double check. Did you finish reading and guessing? Okay, if you finish doing that, then I would like you to go to Moodle. This time we're gonna check 1B Family Life Student Book. So if you go to the activity 1D, you're gonna hear the recording there. Okay, so listen to the recording, try to listen maximum 2 times. Let me show you where it is. Here, if you go to Moodle, Unit 1B Family Life Student Book, scroll a bit down, and here you will see the recording, 1D. Play that recording twice, and then check your answers if they are put in the correct place. Okay. So we're gonna have 5 minutes to complete the task. Remember, don't listen more than 2 times, always just 2 times. Okay, did everyone finish? Giovanna, can you tell us the answers? Number one.
Number one is 85.
Number one is 85. Okay, very good. Does everyone agree? Okay, good. Enrique, number two.
Number two is have a meal with their immediate family every day. It's 60%.
Okay. Who has number three? Yes, David.
I have the number three is 26%.
26%. Good. Number four.
The four is 70. Half 70.
Good.
Half
And number five.
75.
Otilia.
Number five is 75.
75. Excellent. Well done. So now, which one of these percentages surprised you or none? Did any of these percentages surprise you or any of these statistics surprise you? Anyone?
Yes.
Yeah. Which one?
The first one.
The first one. Yes.
Yes,
Right.
the thinking of the right for parents to charge for rental children over 25. In well, I have some friends and I have a friend, my brothers. I know some friends that has a lot of siblings in their family that are over 28, 30, and they doesn't pay rent at home.
Yes, they
Because
don't
they're
pay
living
rent at home. Okay.
because they're living with their parents. Obviously, they help. They pay some services like water, light, internet, etc. But it surprised me that parents said that yeah, they have to pay us rent for living when they are over 25 years old. That surprised me, but I think that it's like a common in UK
Yes.
than in Latam.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So here again, these are the statistics from, and these are real statistics, real numbers, not just made up. These are real statistics from what is happening in the United Kingdom. And of course, the cultural differences you can see here, correct? Because I don't think anyone from Ecuador, or majority of the families, at least not so high percentage, would be charging their kids rent. Yes, the kids might help to, I don't know, buy food or buy something, help with the household work, but not pay full rent when they're living with their parents. So that's a cultural differences. Anyone else? What other statistics surprise you? Anyone? Lizzie?
It's a mood
surprise you?
changer. It's a mood changer.
Yeah. Why?
Because Because they are pictures.
Okay. Harold, what do you think? Which of these statistics surprised you?
The
Which one?
the adults' lives 130 AM from their parents 95%.
Okay. Valeska, what do you think? Which of these statistics surprised you?
It could be the one that says the family never argue. Number 3, that was 26%.
Why?
I think all families argue. I don't know why they am telling you no.
You think the percentage should be higher or
It should be the lowest. Okay.
Okay. Do you think it's different here in Ecuador?
Yes, here in Ecuador, everybody fight. They have a lot of argues with family.
Everybody is what, 100%?
70, 80%.
70, 80%. Yeah, I think it's accurate. I think it's accurate. Of course, some of the statistics are not always very accurate. Depends on where did they do the investigations. Of course, in some parts of the country, it might be more than others, correct? In some parts, the people are maybe more, in some cities, the people are more calm, so they don't tend to argue so much. In other parts, they're a bit more expressive. So of course they raise if they are not happy or if they're not pleased with the answer. Antonella, what do you think? Which one of these statistics surprised you?
The last one, the 75% that they should help their elderly members, I think it was.
Yeah.
Because here in Ecuador, it's not that common. There are a lot of grandparents that live alone, and some of their children, they just don't care anymore. So it's great that in the UK it's different there.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Well done. Now, let's move on. So if you look at Moodle, activity 1E. Okay, activity 1E. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different questions to consider, and we're gonna go into the breakout rooms again so you can share your ideas there. I also send this print screen to our WhatsApp group, so you're gonna see the questions there. But if you go to your Moodle, again, the student book 1B and activity 1E here. So these are the questions. Valeska, can you read the questions, please?
Do you think that families should have a meal together every day? Do you think that children should leave home as soon as they can afford to? Do you think that parents should charge their children rent if they live at home and have a job? Do you think that parents should be friends with their children on social networking sites, example, Facebook? Do you think that already parents should live with their children when they are too old or when they are too old to live alone?
Very good. So 1 minute, make some notes if you need to, and then we're going to go into the breakout rooms for you to discuss and share your opinion about these 5 questions with your partner. Okay? So 1 minute to think, write it down if you need to, and then we're going to discuss these questions. Remember, never answer in 1 or 2 words. So explain, like, do you think families should have a meal together every day? Don't just say yes, or don't just say no. Give the reason. Why do you think? Because having a meal together gives a family bond. It connects the family. It is a good place to share the ideas about what happened during the day. It's a good idea to share the fears or failures or whatever you want to share. Okay, so think, make some notes if you need to, and then we're going to go into the breakout rooms. One more time, this activity, if you go to Unit 1B student book, scroll down to 1E, these are the questions here. They're also sent to the WhatsApp group. Okay, 1 minute to think, and then we're going to go into the breakout rooms. Once in the breakout room, please make sure everyone has a chance to talk and share. Okay, so for each question, everyone needs to contribute. Okay, so go to the breakout rooms. Remember, everyone needs to share their opinion about every question. Okay, so it's a group of 3-4 students. Okay, you can go to your breakout room now. Jaime, why are you not in a group?
Es por mi internet, dicho. No sé qué pasó, no me manda la sala. Que justamente este fin de semana estoy como por el campo y aquí el internet es muy mal, por eso.
Okay, join the group, please. You should get the invitation now.
Okay.
Hi, Mr.
Hello.
Hello.
Continue sharing.
Okay, and in their relationship is research against and regular family meals can contribute a better meal to health. And I don't know, it's good. I agree. So, what do you think, Melissa?
Yeah, Melissa, share, please.
Did you find the imagine?
You?
I think yes, because they know why the children don't enter social media.
Parents can be friends on Facebook with their children. It depends on the relationship they have.
Okay, and the last one, do you think that elderly parents should live with their children when they are too old to live alone? What do you think?
I guess not, because they need to be independent.
And you, Ingeborg?
Depends. Elder parents can live with their children because they can take care of them.
That sounds a lot like Spanish.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah.
I think the parents
It could be not every day, but every summer, it could be fine for me. For example, to dinner with my family.
depends of the time. No.
The family is extended, not necessary, and the family actually okay. En este caso, meal together.
But if you are married, it's fine to
Yes.
to have a meal with your family, no? Bring some to like to go at home of your father and mother. But in the last of week, you meal with your wife, or if you have a son. It depends of case.
What happened? Very quiet here.
Excuse me, teacher. We
Yes.
are thinking about the answer for the question. I'm finished, right? I don't know my partner.
Okay. Share.
Yes,
Let's write everything. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, Camila. Do
Okay.
you think that families should have a meal together every day?
Yes, I think Um, uh, I think it's important the family eat together, even one time at the day.
At least
Alright.
once a day. Yeah, why?
Because it's important. How do you say convivir en familia?
To connect as a family?
To connect with a family, yes. It's important for the relation in the family.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, for me, I think that family should have a meal together because it's a great traditional action that families have in every morning. So
After they can afford to live.
Can you repeat?
Wait. Do you think that children should leave home as soon as they can afford to?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, I don't think
know.
I don't think so too, because the first job that you get when you graduate college is not enough. You don't get enough money yet to pay a full rent. So it's better if they charge you just, I don't know, the other taxes like water, food, electricity, internet, like that.
And what do you think that parents should charge their children if they live at home and have a job?
Depends on the job.
I think no, but the children can contribute money for expenses at home.
And because maybe the children have other necessities, not just at home. So they have to pay more. Do you think?
Really? No, in my case, I have a job, but I try to give some money to pay some services in the house, in the home. But if one day my
don't
mom
pay
said,
rent.
yes, and if one day my mom said, or my father said, you have to pay the full rent, I don't know what to do. I don't earn as much as money as I want to, so it'd be hard, really hard. But well, in UK it's different.
It depends on each person.
So when you're gonna nowadays you have a job, Lizzie? Right now you work in some enterprise or something like that. You have a job. So when you're gonna have a job, you're gonna pay the full rent to your parents, sorry.
But I am just 18 years old, but my mom don't have a job.
Okay. Well, that's it, mister. We're just
You finish all the questions?
Yes.
Okay, good. Talk about an open topic, and we're gonna finish this activity in a minute, okay?
Okay.
Did you finish, guys, the activity?
Yes, teacher.
Yes? All the questions? Okay, so that parents should charge their children rent if they live at home and have a job. Do you agree, Javier?
No, disagree.
Why?
Why is um because also pay gastos
Costs?
the home the children colaboran también in the cost the home.
Okay, okay, good. Giancarlo, what do you think?
In most of case, when have a job, the people don't like to live with your parents. For example, in my case, I prefer rent a other house or a department. It's most comfortable for me in that case.
Okay.
It can depend because you are just learning how to organize your finance. I think with I think my parents help to improve my finance. So depends.
They help to improve your finance.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Well done. Now let's go back to the main room. Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Prof. Hi, teacher. I just reconnected. I'm lost.
Yeah, don't worry. We're finished. We're coming back to this main room.
Okay.
Put your camera on, please.
Okay, wait.
Okay. Now, everyone is here? Not yet. Let's give another minute. Okay, so some very interesting ideas. On some, most of you agree, while on other topics, you all seem to have very different opinions. But that's very, very important. So remember, there is no right or wrong answer. I'm not saying that in this case, Kate, Daniela, or Michael have a better answer than Harold, Renata, or Abigail. Okay? Everyone has their own answers. Like what we're trying to do in these group breakout rooms is share our ideas. I believe one way, you believe the other way. We're not competing who is right and who is wrong here. We're just sharing our ideas and seeing what other ideas our partners have. Okay, so that's the whole point. So please share very freely. your ideas, what you believe in, what you think should be done in one or another way. Okay, now let's continue with some grammar. Okay, that's very important. Now, when we talk about the future, what kind of tenses we normally use? And can you give me examples of that? When we talk about, when I want to talk about the future events, what can happen, or what will happen tomorrow, next week, what kind of tenses we can use that you are familiar with?
Will. And future will.
Future simple, will, yeah. Anything else?
Would.
Would, okay. Anything else?
Going to.
Going to, okay, we're getting somewhere. So, will, can you give me an example of that? When would you use will? Any sentence as an example.
I will travel to Miami at March.
Okay, I will travel to Miami in March. Good. Now someone mentioned going to. Is that also for the future?
I'm going to university on Monday.
I'm going to university on Monday. Okay, good. Any more? Someone said would. Can you give me an example of that?
I would like to eat pasta tomorrow.
I would like to eat pasta tomorrow. Okay, good. Well done. Yes, absolutely. Most of you, when we are talking, and especially when we are not familiar with the future tenses, we tend to think only about the future simple. So we're using only will to talk about the future. I will go, I will read, I will play, I will talk, so on and so on. Okay, this is the most common. However, the beauty of English language is that there are a lot of different ways how we can say same thing. Okay, so what we're going to be looking at today, we're going to be looking at the future forms. Okay, so how, in other words, how else we can say about our future plans, how else we can talk about the future predictions. Okay, do you know what prediction means? Walter? What is a prediction?
Something that you say that could happen.
Absolutely. So something that we guess can happen or we think can happen. Okay, so these are predictions. So again, which tense we're going to be using that, or which form we're going to be using that. We're also going to be talking about the future arrangement. Someone mentioned that I will be going to, or I'm going to Miami in March. Okay, so that is something that we already know. We agree. Maybe we have a ticket. Maybe we have a hotel bookings. We have visas and so on. Then we're also going to talk about the facts, the offers, the suggestions, like should, you would, you could, and so on. You do that. Okay, so these are all called future forms. In other words, how can we also say, without using the future simple, how else we can use, what kind of forms we can use to talk about our plans in the future? So, Antonella, let's start with be going to plus infinitive.
Be going to plus infinitive, future plans and intentions. My sister's going to adopt a child. Are you going to buy a new car or a second hand one? I'm going to go to New York tomorrow. The meeting is canceled.
Okay.
Prediction?
Yes, go ahead.
Predictions. Barcelona are going to win. They're playing really well. Look at those black clouds. I think it's going to rain.
And then the rules. We use going to.
We use going to, not will or won't, when we have already decided to do something. Not my sister will adopt a child. We also use going to make a prediction about the future, especially when you can see or have some evidence, like black clouds.
Okay, very good. So again, the form, the be going to and the infinitive, we are using mainly in these two ways. When we talk about our future plans or intentions, okay, so we're not saying my sister will adopt a child. This is a future, something that will happen in the future, okay? So she's thinking maybe in 1 year, in 2 years, but we are not using future simple here. We're using be going to plus infinitive. So my sister is going to adopt a child. Okay, why? Because this is the future plan. This is her intention. This is what she's planning to do. Okay, so in those cases, we do not use the future simple. We use be going to plus infinitive. Another way how we can use the be going to plus infinitive is for predictions. So as Walter, I believe, rightly said, prediction is something based on the evidence we can see around us. We can come up with the guesses or calculated guesses whether or not something is true or false, right or wrong, and so on. So these are called our predictions. They're not necessarily true. Okay, that's what I'm guessing. That's how I perceive this information. So that's what second time or second case, how we can use be going to plus infinitive. Okay, now let's look at another alternative. Let's look at the present continuous with be plus the verb finishing with ing. Okay, so we spoke about the present continuous already in the previous class yesterday and today at the beginning of the day. We spoke about the present continuous, but we spoke about present continuous when we are talking about something that is happening right now, correct? Or something that is temporarily. But if you recall, there was one rule that's, sorry, like this. There was one rule that was talking about, sorry, give me 1 second. That was talking about future arrangements. So if we have arranged something to be done, instead of using will, okay, we can use present continuous, which is formed by the be plus the verb finishing with ing. Giovanna, could you read, please, the present continuous part?
Present continuous, future arrangements. Lorna and Jamie are getting married in October. We are meeting at 10 tomorrow in Jack's office. He's leaving on Fridays and coming back next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. Okay, very good. And now the rules.
We often use the present continuous for future arrangements. There is very little difference between the present continuous and going to for future plans or arrangements. And often you can use either.
Yes. So just 1 second. So as it says here, if we're talking about the future arrangements or the future plans, a lot of times we can use one or the other, or we can use both. So we can say, I am going to talk, or I will be talking, one or the other. So this one or this one, you can use it as well for the future arrangements. Okay, continue.
Going to shows that you have made a decision. We are going to get married next year. And the present continuous emphasize that you have made the arrangement. We are getting married on October 12th. Yeah, we often use the present continuous with verbs relating to travel arrangements. Example, go, come, arrive, leave, etc. Okay.
So the only difference when we talk about the future arrangements, or the only particular difference between be going to, and the present continuous when we talk about the future arrangements is the involvement. So when we say we're going to show that you made a decision, if I want to say that I made a decision and this is my my plan, then I would be better to use be going to plus infinitive form. Okay, so I made a plan, this is my decision. If I already want to say that I made, and I want to emphasize that I already made the arrangements, meaning I booked my tickets, I booked my hotel, and so on, in those cases, it would be much more suitable to use present continuous. Okay, so again, as we said, remember, English is very particular of what are you trying to say. So when you are talking to the English speaker, they are listening to what tense you are using, because that tense or that specific future form, as in this case we have, shows and indicates us what have you done, what kind of intentions you have, and so on. So we have to be very particular. And again, at the lower levels, like A1, A2, where you were before, it's not that important, because the people will understand if you say, I go to park tomorrow, okay? Grammatically, it's wrong, but the person, English speaker, will understand what you're trying to say. But then once you get into the higher levels where you are right now, B1, and then later B2, and then so on, then you have to be a bit more precise, a bit more particular of what are you trying to say. Is it a plan? Did you just make a decision that you are going, but you did not buy your tickets yet? Or you actually bought all the tickets, you have your visas, and so on. So in this case, let's say the same plan as, can't remember who was saying about Danielle, was it you? About going to Miami in March? Or someone. So if you are saying that this is just my plan, okay, I made a decision, I will be going, I don't have the tickets yet, then you can use the form be going to plus infinitive. If you want to say that, yes, I booked my flights, I have my tickets, I have my hotel reservations, I have my visas, everything is planned and in order, and it's still the same future plan, then you should better be using present continuous. Okay, so again, this is both are correct. Just to emphasize that both of these are correct. It's just a particular thing of when are we trying to, and what kind of message we're trying to pass. If I made just a decision, be going to plus infinitive. If I already made the arrangements and I want to emphasize on that, I booked my flights, hotels, visas, and so on, in those cases we're better to use present continuous. Okay, next, who didn't read today much? Renata. Will, shall plus infinitive.
Okay. Will, shall plus infinity. Instant decisions, promise, offer, predictions, future fact, suggest. ¿Cómo se pronuncia eso?
Sorry, predictions, future facts, suggestions.
Okay.
Suggestions.
I will have the stick, instant decision. I want to tell anybody where you are. I will carry that bat for you after. You will love New York. Predictions. I will be at home all afternoon. Show I help you with your homework. Shall we eat out tonight?
Shall we eat out tonight? Okay. Continue with the rules, or actually, Maria Jose, can you read the rules 1 and 2 here, just under the picture? Maria Jose? We use will, won't.
You use will, won't. The present simple for instant decision, promise, offer, and so should not. We can also we will, I want for prediction. Example, I think Barcelona will win and to talk about future facts. Example, the election will be on the 1st March. And 2, we usually show no will with I am with for offer and social in your question.
Okay, very good, very good. So this is the third rule. So I marked them color coded in red, green, and purple. The 3 different future forms. So how additionally on top of future simple, future simple, how we can talk about future plans. So this is when we're talking about the third rule, instant decision. So instant decision means something that we made up right now, okay? I made a decision, something right now. In this case, we can use will, and we should be using will. So for example, I will have the steak. Okay, it's a decision I made right now. The waiter came, brought the menu, and I made a decision now. So I don't use the present simple. I don't say I have steak. We are better to use the form will plus the infinitive. I will have the steak, or I will have the soup. It means that I made a decision right now at the moment of speaking. So that's why it's better to use. But again, I made a decision right now, but I'm talking about the near future because my steak needs to be made, correct? So I'm talking about the future, but I made a decision right now. That's why we use the form will plus infinitive. Promises, offers, predictions, future facts, and suggestions. So in these kind of circumstances, we are better to use will plus the infinitive or shall plus the infinitive. So let's look at the examples here. I'll have the steak. Okay, we spoke about this. It's an instant decision. Like I made a decision right now to have a steak in the near future, in the couple of minutes time. I won't tell anybody where you are. Okay, so again, here you have a promise. I promise you that I will not. In the future, I will not. We're talking to you right now. I'm talking to Lizzie right now, or I'm talking to Giancarlo right now, and I'm saying, Giancarlo, I will not tell anybody about this. Okay, so this is my promise. That's why when we're talking about the promises, we also should be using will plus the infinitive. Then we have the offer. I'll carry that bag for you. One more time. I'm offering something. I'm offering my service to you for the future. Predictions. Very, very similar to predictions as we have with the be going to. Okay, and in this case, we can use one or the other. You love New York. That's my guess, my prediction, and I believe you will, based on the evidence we have. Future fact, I'll be at home this afternoon. Then the offers and suggestions. So these are some of the specific, more specific ways of how and when we use the this will or shall plus the infinitive. Okay, now let's put this into practice. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start with an easier task or with a harder task? Where do you want to start, guys? Easier or harder first?
Easy.
Any more?
Easy.
Easy. Okay, let's start with the easy then. So if you log in to your Moodle, the platform, if you go to the workbook, Unit 1B workbook, grammar, future forms. Okay, here. There is a quiz waiting for you here. Yeah? So complete the activity. And again, please try your best to finish as quick as you possibly can. Let's start working. I think I still put 10 minutes. Yes, 10 minutes for this activity, but I would like you to finish a bit before that. Okay, so start your activity. Again, log into Moodle, activity 1B, workbook, not student book, and then the quiz, grammar quiz number 1. Okay, this one here. Guys, I can see that only 23 of you started the activity. Remember, the activity will close very, very shortly. So if you don't finish now, if you do not log in, you won't be able to access. We have 35 students and only 23. Let me check. Yeah, 27 now, but still missing a lot of students. Please try to log in as fast as you can. Do not sign out of Moodle. We're constantly working on Moodle. So keep that screen open so that you very easily can log in and then do the activities we have. So we don't have to wait, because a lot of group will finish and then we'll have to wait until the rest finishes. So please be cautious of others.
Teacher, can you repeat again which activity we have to do?
Sorry.
I haven't listened, please.
Sorry, Kate, your connection is dropping. What did you say?
Hey. Yeah, is that I have problem with the internet. Can you repeat again which activity we have to do, please?
Yes. If you go to 1B, Family Life Workbook, yeah, and it's going to be the first quiz. The quiz under number 1. It says grammar, future forms.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
Teacher. Teacher,
Yes.
can you check the activity because I put right answers, but the Moodle have a system that if you can't put the contraction with, for example, I will pay, you have to put I, comma, LL pay, right?
Yes. Yeah, I know that's what I'm looking at. I'll have a look into this. Okay, I'll have a look and then we'll probably have to regrade this because I can see that some of you will put the correct contractions, but it's not recognizing. In other places, yes, it's for example, won't. I'll have a look into this. Okay, so finish the activity. And then I'll have to review this to see in terms of the individual grading on that. Okay, because of the Moodle is not recognizing the contractions there.
Okay, thanks, teacher.
Mr. Could you review exercise number 10? I have doubts.
I will. I will review the full exercise. So now just mark the answers the best that you can with the contractions or without. And then, as I said, I will review this and we'll probably have to redo it. But I need everyone to finish answering all the questions with the correct answers. Another thing, when you are sending me messages on WhatsApp, please introduce yourself, because for some of you, it writes your name. For others, it does not. Like now I just received a message from someone, but I don't know who that is. So please, when you start writing a message, write down who are you, so I can check your Moodle form. Okay. Your full name, please. Whoever send me the messages. Okay, thank you, Christian. Okay, so finish the activity, please. And as I said, I will review this with Mr. Alfonso to see what we can do with the contractions, and most likely we'll have to redo it, or I will have to review every single answer you make. If it's correct, I will be giving you grade, whether or not you put a contraction there. Okay. But now I just need you to finish this activity. So those who are still in the progress, please answer every single question and as correctly as you can. So with the contractions, we're going to sort it out in a second. But please answer the questions as they are right now.
Mr.
Yes.
You can put us two opportunity.
I can. That's what
Only
I said.
one?
I need to review it because a lot of times I just check quite a few of you answers. The contractions are right, but I think the symbol is not recognizing. That's why it puts as a mistake. So even though you put the correct answer, it shows as a mistake. Okay. So I need to figure out how to do it the appropriate way. Maybe we're gonna have a second attempt, or I'm just gonna talk to Mr. Alfonso, who's in charge of this, to see how we can resolve this. So I might need to review every single work and see, okay, if you put it right, just a contraction is not the symbol is not correct, then of course you need to get a point. Okay, so don't worry about that. I just want you to finish, everyone to finish this, so we don't have any in progress activities. Everyone needs to finish, answer the best that you can, and then we're gonna amend the results. Don't worry about that. If you put it right, yes, Eduardo.
Mister, I have a question, but it's not about the quiz. It's about the attendance. I just logged into the Zoom session at 9:07. So I think that I come later than you took attendance. Could I have? It's because I remember, I think, well, I remember in other class that we have like 10 minutes to get into the class, or not in this
Yes.
case.
Look, I'm taking attendance slightly differently. So you notice that these classes are recorded. So what
Okay.
I do, I mark the attendance twice throughout this 4-hour session. So normally that's in the first hour, and normally that's at the sometime in the second part of the class. So that I don't specifically call you by names, but from the video recording, I can see who's there, and I will be marking the attendance there. So again,
Okay.
if you are there, but you are without your camera, and you got a multiple offers or notices to switch on your camera, but you didn't, if you do not respond on at least 2 occasions, I mark for that specific part of the class that you were absent. Okay, so for example, if we started a class, Eduardo joined on time, he's participating. Second part of the class, I call Eduardo, no response. Eduardo, no response. I ask you one more time for a different question. If you don't reply, if your camera is off, in my view, you are not present in the class.
Okay.
Present means that not only sitting in front of the camera and being here. Present meaning participating. You are listening. You are participating. You are replying. You're actively raising your hand, and you want to be in this class. That's what's called participation. Coming here and just sitting and not, it's a big group. So of course, I don't have the ability to ask everyone individually these questions. So some of you I ask more often than others, but I try my best to include everyone. So that if I have a question, I would ask Eduardo, Antonella, Valeska, and so on and so on. Okay, I try to include everyone. But of course, when I ask an open question, I expect from you to raise your hand or just to answer and guess. And a lot of times, if the question is open, it's just to hear your opinion about one or the other thing. So I really want your participation in the class as well. As I said, it's quite a challenge because we can see that the group is quite big. That's why we have a lot of activities in the breakout rooms, so that we can talk in a smaller groups. But then again, it's a challenge for me to make sure I visit every single breakout room, to make sure that you don't speak in Spanish in those breakout rooms and only English. So help me to help you in this improvement, and we're all gonna achieve very good results. Okay,
thanks.
So I can see that some of you still did not finish, so please hurry up, because we have only a couple of minutes left. And then remember, from next week, for all of these activities, we're going to have less time. That's the idea, that every single week we try to improve on our speed as well. So that's very, very important. When you have exams, you have a lot of activities. You have a lot of reading tasks, speaking tasks, writing, and so on. So we need to start working and practicing working faster. Some of you work very fast, I can see. I can follow the results, and I can see that some of you finish in let's have a look at the differences. So finished. So for the last activity, I can see that some of you finish in 10 minutes, some of you finish in 4 minutes 46. Some of you finish in 11 minutes, 9, 6 minutes, 10 minutes, 7, 10 minutes 30 seconds, 6 minutes, 5 minutes, 8, 10, 8, 9, 6, 9. Okay, so you can see that the difference. Those who finish in 4 or 6 minutes, they do it twice as fast, because then they need to wait for the rest. So please, let's try to work a bit faster, answering the questions a bit faster, and then everyone can move on with more activities. Okay, so that will be it for today. Remember, you have one video to send me, and please, this is the final. Friday 11:59, 23:59 is the deadline. So I expect you to all send me the videos to my WhatsApp by then. If I receive it 1 minute late, your grade will be automatically lower. If I receive 1 day late, I will not be accepting that, and your mark will be 0. Okay, so please, you have the full week, 5 days to do that activity. Pick one topic and talk about that topic for 1 or 2 minutes, minimum 1 minute. Okay, introduce yourself. Hello, good morning. My name is Giancarlo Moran, and I will be talking about this and this topic, and then continue talking. Yeah, introduce yourself. Do not forget to introduce yourself. And again, when you send me a message on WhatsApp, please introduce yourself there as well, because some of you have the names, some of you just have smiley faces, so I don't know who am I replying to. Yeah, do you have any questions?
The videos are your number as your telephone?
Yes,
your
on
video?
WhatsApp. In WhatsApp group, if you check where the members are, you will find me and you send me directly a message, okay?
The number person?
Yes, the same as it is on the group there. Okay? More questions? No? Okay, good. Have a good day. Have a good the rest of the week and very productive working week from Monday. Good job. As I said, I will let you know about this particular quiz we did now next week about the grades, and yeah, and I'll wait for your videos, guys. Don't delay until the last minute, please. So if you have a chance, sit today, record today, send it to me, and you're finished with that. Okay, don't wait until next week, Monday, 11 p.m. Okay, and also please, when you send the video, I need to see you naturally speaking about that. So don't write and then read from the script whatever you wrote there. Okay, it must be natural. It's a speaking activity. It's not a reading activity from somewhere that you wrote down. Okay, good. Have a good day, guys. See you all next week, and I'll wait for your videos.
2 minutes, right?
From 1 to 2 minutes, yes.
1 to 2, okay.
Yeah.